start this a late game scratch. He's supposed to be going to the South Carolina Georgia game. We already know one of his predictions. He's predicting a major upset. So we'll see if that will come into fruition. But we'll see what's going on. All right, gentlemen, let's go dive right in. You know how we start the show. Dope, noping, and coping. Coach, what you doping on this week? What you got?
My dope moment goes to the suddenly, and I know it's hard to say sudden resurgent, but resurgent Florida State University Seminoles, who have started the season 3-0. Who would have thought they would start the season 3-0 and possibly soon to be ranked if they're not already ranked? So yeah, Florida State is they can't say they're back yet, but they look like they're on the way. So I go with Florida State.
Oh, yeah. All right, Redrick, what are you doping on this morning, sir?
I'm doping on Joe Burrow, who continues to speak out against gun violence and the abortion decision and just various topics. Seems like he upset. He's upsetting a lot of politicians for speaking out. Keep doing what you do, Joe Burrow. Keep speaking out. Love it. Dope.
Oh, yeah. All right. I am doping on one Appalachian State going into College Station, into 12th man country, pulling off a great upset against Texas A&M. And also, as we're talking about big upsets, I'm also doping on the black coach who led Marshall over Notre Dame in Notre Dame on last week. So big ups to both of those programs that would be considered mid-major programs going into big programs and pulling off upsets on their home fields. Big ups.
Excellent. Absolutely excellent.
Red, what are you noping on?
I'm noping on Jets coach Robert Salah telling everybody to keep receipts. I have absolutely no idea what receipts are we supposed to keep coming from a Jets coach. Maybe it's our grocery receipts. Maybe it's our Family Dollar receipts. Because I know he ain't talking about keeping no football result receipts, not from the Jets. Robert Salah, I need you to be specific on these receipts you're talking about keeping. And on top of that, I just need you to realize that your team sucks. So you are, and your team is a big nope.
No! No! No!
All right. I am noping on one Nathaniel Hackett, head coach of the Denver Broncos, who did not let Russ cook, even though the team traded for Russ to be able to cook. And supposedly, according to some people on the Red and Red Sports Show, supposed to send the Denver Broncos to the AFC West Championship. I don't see it. If the coach doesn't even expect Russ to cook, how can the Broncos expect to cook? So my no moment goes to Nathaniel Hackett. Coach, what are you noping on, sir?
Oh Lord, I'm noping right now on some Notre Dame people who have already started the fire the coach bandwagon already after 2 games. Oh, it has started already. Say he's not the coach. Blah 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 blah. Let the man play. He'll end up 10-2, and some of y'all still won't be happy. I don't know, but yeah, I'm noping on that bandwagon that has started already.
Oh, come on!
It needs to start.
I am coping on the fact, as we start this cope moment, I'm coping on the fact that we have some UGA fans that just don't understand the nature of college football, and they don't know when to root for Alabama and when to root against Alabama. You want Alabama to be undefeated facing them in the SEC championship game, because if Alabama comes in there with a loss, or any other team in the SEC West that Georgia doesn't play come in with a loss, if Georgia somehow loses in the SEC championship game, they need extra help like they had on last year. So I want our UGA fans, yes, to cheer for your team, but know when to cheer for other SEC teams when it will help your team when it comes to the big picture. So you all, I'm addressing you, UGA fans, become more knowledgeable, please. Thank you. All right, Coach, what are you coping on?
I'm coping for the poor San Diego Chargers that Justin Herbert has a fracture in his rib cage, and he's going to play, but he's going to be limited, and this could possibly derail your season as a contender, a so-called contender, a so-called tough AFC West. Yep. They popped him. Kansas City popped him several times. I know we'll get into it, but Justin Herbert, that rib fracture may slow you down, brother. And Chargers, y'all may be in a little trouble.
Red, what are you coping on, sir?
Oh, boy. I'm coping on the Browns' new midfield logo, the little ugly little thing they put in the middle of their field. It looks like a munchkin mixed with a leprechaun wearing a dwarf's hat. So I don't know. I guess you represent the Wizard of Oz, Snow White, and Willow all with one character. Well, like I say, I'm not in the AFC North, so thankfully my Falcons don't have to play it. But I think the Browns I think we visit the Browns this year, so I may have to see it. So I'm gonna have to cope with the Browns' ugly, unnecessary midfield logo. Where in the world? Who drew that thing? Who came up with the idea for that thing? All of them need to be.
So in other words, Red says, blow it up. All righty, let's go on to Revenite Nation, see what the Revenite Nation is talking about as they are doping and coping and noping with us. What they got? Joe Black is checking in. What's up, Joe Black? Glad to have you on today. He says, my guys. And he said, the president said he brought his banjo to Arkansas.
See, he ain't talking about Arkansas like that.
All right, the president says, dope Becky Hammond is killing it in the WNBA for sure. Brother Vincent Woodruff, the VP, says Brett Favre. That's all. We'll talk about him. And then Thomas, the president, said Brett Favre, dummy. I thought he was going to hit him with the Fred Sanford, you big dummy. Joe Black, doping on Kentucky, putting Florida back in its place. Sister Sylvia Harris has a Joe Black spirit, obviously. Kentucky football moves in polls from 20 to 10 after their victory over Florida. Sister Harris, noping on Notre Dame coach becoming a Catholic saint.
No.
Yeah.
Stop it.
That's real. That was reported this past week.
Oh, my God.
Real dope. Mickey Joseph becoming the first Black coach in Nebraska history in any sport.
Interim.
See how long that will stand for.
Interim.
Joe Black noping on Falcons, finding a new way to falcon a fourth quarter lead. For sure. VP says Herbert can't blame Anthony Lynn for that rib cage. No diggity, no doubt. Say that, brother VP. The president is coping on as an emotionless Falcons fan. I wonder where you got that expression from. They are consistent. The great falconing has begun. Even a good young host. And for those who don't know the play on words, that is the name of the last name of the Falcons field goal kicker. All right, he's not being vulgar. He's just playing on words. Joe Black, coping. Can't watch my favorite sports. We're going to find a way to get you out of there, man. That's going to be my primary objective, to get you unbanned this week from Facebook. That was my fault. Thomas Okel, the president, is coping on the fact Dallas Cowboys, that's it, no doubt. Sister Brick is coping for Dallas Cowboy fans having to deal with the loss of their QB, Q, the sad audio pastor. She's an Eagles fan, so just understand everything that was said was definitely sarcasm. The president says he's coping on Dennis Schroeder. Sometimes one can be their own worst enemy. He just recently got signed by the Los Angeles Lakers for 1 year. That's interesting. For a lot less money than what they were willing to give him a couple of years ago. And Vincent Woodruff, the VP. Red Rose looking for someone else to blame for Falcons falconing besides Matty Rice Patty. All right. Matty Rice Patty. That's it. All right, gentlemen, as we continue to move on with the show, we're going to move into our NCAA picks because we do know there will be some games starting at 12 noon. We'll look at where we are right now. The standings will be on the far right, and our last week's record will be to the left of what was posted in terms of our records. And as you can see, Red is 2-2 from last week. He has a 6-2 record. He beat he lost Baylor and Pitt last week. Rev had a terrible week. Must have been praying more than paying attention to the games. I went 1-3, only won Alabama, and that almost came up short. And I would have been 0-4. So I guess I got to thank Alabama for one victory. Coach had a strong week, 3-1, takes his record to 7-1. Only lost the Baylor game. Baylor failed us all against BYU. And Armani, who is not here today, he went 2-2. He lost Baylor and Florida, so he and Red are tied at 6-2. So that's where our pick standings are right now, and we got some picks that will take place on today. So with that being said, we hope if Armani's watching, we need you to make your picks before 12 o'clock for the first game that we are picking today. All right, let's get ready. I'm going to play some music, and hopefully it won't offend Red since he doesn't like talking over music these days. But we're going to put some music as we pick these games. All right, let's get started, gentlemen. Here we go. First game, Penn State versus Auburn. Since, Coach, you're in first place, we'll start with you. Who you got, Coach? Penn State versus Auburn.
Man, Auburn has no business even being here, so it's easy. Penn State, very easy. This won't take long.
All right, Red, who you got?
Yeah, Penn State. I'm with Coach.
And I guess I'll make it unanimous. Even though Auburn is at home, I'll go with Penn State as well. And good morning to you, Donnie Rosser. All right, two Revenite Nation people said they're going with Penn State as well. On to the next game, Michigan State versus Washington. Red, what you got?
Let's see.
You got to make a pick, sir.
Okay. I don't even know what this one.
Come on, pick somebody, man. We got to keep it moving.
I'll go Michigan State.
All right. Red is going with Michigan State. No particular reason why?
No.
All right, I'm going with Washington, home team. I like Michigan State's coach, but home field advantage oftentimes matters, and I've been hearing that Washington has a good passing attack, so I'm going to go with Washington at home. Who you got, Coach?
I'm going to go with the defense of the Fighting Male Tuckers of Michigan State. They're going to pull it out. Washington is overrated. Yeah.
All righty. Let's go with BYU versus Oregon. It's on me. BYU pulls up has a big victory against Baylor. Oregon's most notable game so far, they got blown out by Georgia. Oregon is still trying to find themselves in their identity. Even though Georgia would fare well if Oregon wins, I don't see Oregon, even at home, beating BYU. So I'm going to go with the Mormons in BYU. Who you got, Coach?
Oregon is angry. They got to recover from that. BYU looks good, but I think Oregon comes back and win this game. Well, I'm going with Oregon.
All right, Coach is going with Oregon. Red, who you going with?
I'm gonna go with Oregon too. They at home. They gotta, yeah. If they have any chances of getting in this race, they gotta show up at home against BYU. So I'm definitely taking Oregon.
All right, so it seems like Red and Coach are ganging up on the preacher today. That's 2 out of 3. They're going against the preacher. We'll see who was right next week. Last game that we're picking, it's on you, Coach. Miami versus Texas A&M in College Station. Who you got, Coach?
I'm going with Texas A&M. They don't lose 2 straight games in College Station. I don't see it in Jimbo gonna have them fired up. Miami is good, but I think that home crowd of A&M gonna pull it out. I go with Texas A&M.
All right, Red, who you got?
Yeah, that sounds like a plan. I'm trying to have mercy. Oh, freaking things won't let me be great today. Oh no, here we go. Uh, Dang man, I really don't.
Let's pick somebody, man. Let's pick somebody.
I guess I'm gonna go with Miami.
All right, let's go. I'm going with Texas A&M at home. All right. So that concludes our pick 'em for this week. All right, let's do it. Here we go. Let's see. Red Rose Life 360 app must not be working. He's having trouble locating his dealer. He seems off today. That's what the VP says. They're calling on you to step up your game, Red. All right. Aggies in the 12th man.
VP don't control nothing. Shut up.
Well, I'm not going to say the VP don't control nothing, but he said the words I was saying. Come on, man. Let's pick it up, man. Let's do
I'm
it.
doing fine.
All right, let's get better with the picker, man. You taking 5 minutes to pick. That ain't like you. Go Ducks, Joe Black. Red didn't research. See, it's telling on you, brothers. They coming at you, man. All right, Miss.
Coming at me. Come on, bring it. You guys don't bother me at all.
And I'm in there, amen corner. Amen. Keep on bringing it, Revenite Nation. Let's hold our people accountable. All right? We're not going to give nobody a pass. Get on Red if he ain't stepping up his game. And if y'all want us to put him off today, we'll do it. We'll do it. All right. Because we try to pick it up. Get on them, Revenite Nation. I'm all in y'all corner. And I'm in control. How about that? To you, Harry Britton got him. And Maurice Thrower says, good morning, everyone from Baltimore. Oh, he's not in sunny Florida. He's in Baltimore. All right. All right. Y'all got it. Thank y'all so much for picking with us and calling on us to step up our sports talk game. All right. Let's see. Red Roads. Coach must have said.
Here we go.
That explains
Oh, Lord. All right, Vince. Go.
All right. And you're one of your number one fans, Red. They speaking to you. It's out of love, Red. Let's get it. She's calling on you. Step it up. So we're going to listen to Ms. Brickus, one of my favorite people here in Coatesville, Pennsylvania. Thank y'all so much for helping us pick up the games. I got some fill in the blanks that I need y'all to help a brother out before we go into our HBCU report. Let's start with the biggest upset last week, Notre Dame. Coach, can you fill in the blank for me? One word, then one sentence to go with the one word. Notre Dame losing to Marshall was
tragic.
Tragic. Give us
because you're looking at a 0-2 start for Notre Dame, which is not what they were looking for from the coach. They were looking for continuing Notre Dame conditions.
One sentence.
I mean,
I'm sorry. One sentence. You about to give me a paragraph.
That's it.
All right, there you go. Notre Dame losing to Marshall was, Red.
I guess disappointing.
And one sentence why?
Well, I know they expected big things from their new black coach.
Okay, and Notre Dame losing to Marshall was, as Charles Barkley would say, terrible. Terrible. Can't lose to Marshall at home, second game of the season. All right, here's another fill in the blank for you, brethren. Here it is. After watching Alabama versus Texas, Alabama is, what you got, Red?
Fine,
Fine. Okay, they're fine. And why?
because they're Alabama.
Okay. And I will add, after watching Alabama versus Texas, Alabama is overrated. It's clear that they got some holes on that team and they need the fiery wide receivers of past that they don't have this year. Coach, after watching Alabama versus Texas, Alabama is
Suspect.
suspect. All right. Give us
my,
one.
my boy, who I know personally, Will Anderson, is playing uncharacteristic football. Penalties, not playing his best.
All right. Before I go to the last one, which will be interesting, especially I want to hear what Coach got to say. We see that we have the love for Red, VP showing Red some love, AM going down. Harry Britton said that loss by Notre Dame was painful. VP said atrocious. Maurice Thrower said devastating. Lord Mama Harris pointed out earlier, Coach converted Steve Jobs very telling. When it comes to Alabama, Maurice Thrower said Alabama is vulnerable. The VP says going to be okay. Bama found themselves late, but they're going to have to bring it more so this year. Folks coming at that net. All right, let's go to the next fill in the blank. I'm going to start with Red on this one. Georgia being the number one ranked team is
Expected,
expected. And why is it expected?
because we're the best in the country.
Gotcha. Coach, Georgia being number one ranked team this is the same team that you said might fall short because there's upsets in the atmosphere. That's the same thing that Coach said last week, or paraphrasing what he said. So fill in the blank, Coach.
Georgia being a number one ranked team is agreeable.
Agreeable. Okay. Okay. Why is it agreeable?
I mean, right now they are separating themselves from the tops. Ohio State. Oh, one sentence I forgot. So.
Okay, and Georgia being the number one ranked team is accurate. How do you go from winning a championship to being number 3, even though they lost all those studs, but they came back with some more studs? All right, so let's see what anybody from Revenite Nation got something to add. Vincent, what I said, accurate. Maurice Thrower, by the way, big ups to Mama Harris's Wildcats. Good win for them last week. And Maurice Thrower also says deserving. They should have started as number 1. I agree wholeheartedly. And they're going to run my Gamecocks. I believe so, too. 30 minutes. The running will begin. And Harry Britton says correct. All right, we're all on the same page. Thank you all so much for helping us finish out the NCAA, I say Power 5 football segment of the Red and Red Sports Show. Coach, you up and running?
Ready
for this HBCU. I don't have any special band to highlight, so we're going to go back to our normal HBCU pick beat, rather. Let me just give them a little bit for you guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the swag that made a common stick for today, and of course the big one is Grambling against Jackson State down in Jackson, Mississippi. That's going to be a good ball game. Grambling and Jackson State, Tigers and Tigers. We'll see who wins. The Austin Peay Governors get another swag team after they dismantled Mississippi Valley last week. They play Alabama A&M this week. Southern and Texas Southern. The little border rivalry goes on in Arlington, Texas today. The University of Incarnate Word sounds like a very traditional religious school. Takes on the View. Prairie View A&M. That's to be interesting ball game. Delta State and my Mississippi Valley State Delta Devils playing the Delta Classic today down in Itta Bena, Mississippi. That could be a good ball game. Winner looks pretty good. UAB PB goes for the money game and gets the check from Oklahoma State, as they probably will get dismantled. But hey, money, money, money. And Alcorn State, not Alcorn, but Alcorn State plays McNeese in a FCS clash. All right, moving on. We had the MEAC. And this first game makes me laugh because I attended Sacred Heart kindergarten. Sacred Heart plays Morgan State. I don't know about Sacred Heart in football, but hey, could be interesting. Virginia Lynchburg plays Delaware State. I'm not saying Delaware State. Hampton and Norfolk State in a nice little clash down there in Virginia. The House plays Howard in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Long way for both of them.
Let's go, Morehouse!
It's a classic, so they're going to play each other up there. And North Carolina Central plays New Hampshire. What could be an interesting game today. Moving on to the SIAC. Benedict plays Savannah State. Shorter may come up short against Albany State. Dayton plays Kentucky State. Bluefield State with the Bluefield Bulldogs take on Central State. Lane College comes here to play Clark Atlanta in the large Clark Atlanta Stadium. West Alabama plays Tuskegee in Tuskegee. Folk Valley, not Fort, take the R out. Folk Valley is going to play Allen. I don't know if Allen got any friends, but he may be in trouble. And we did the Howard and Morehouse, the house game. And finally, Miles College is going to play Valdosta State University. And that is your HBCU. Raw is not all of it. I'm sorry. We got the CIAA. And I forgot it. That's my fault. Chowan plays Johnson C. Smith. Shaw plays Bowie State. Elizabeth City State plays Winston-Salem, the Rams. Virginia State plays St. Augustine Falcons. Fly, Falcons, fly. Virginia Union against Livingstone. And finally, up in Red neck of the wood, but they're not playing up there, Lincoln, PA plays Fayetteville State. And I do believe that is all for the HBCU report for today. You all have a good one.
I will actually be going to the Lincoln game tonight, Coach.
That's right. I forgot. Rev is going to the game, so if you see him, get his autograph.
Yeah, it's about 30 minutes away from where I live.
Oh,
I was
okay.
blessed to get some free tickets. The members of my church, Sister Brickus, I got some tickets if you want to go to the game tonight. But yeah, the assistant athletic director of Lincoln is a former member of my church here in Coachville. So she hooked the pastor up with some tickets to go to Lincoln versus Fayetteville State. Hey, Coach.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to need you to make sure you remember the CIAA next week.
Yeah, I don't want any trouble. I was rolling and I forgot all about the CIAA.
That man acting like
big time.
That man act like they don't exist no more.
Yeah, they might throw something at me and come on here and call me out. I don't want any trouble. CIAA all day, every day.
Yeah, no diggity, no doubt. All right, man. We got a few comments. Here it is. The VP telling us that Travis Hunter, the big-time prospect who was rated #1 high school prospect going in to college in 2022, playing for Jacksonville State, signed with Michael Strahan's marketing team this week. That's dope. That's a dope moment right there. Also, the VP says, Coach, with the proper enunciation, not Alcorn.
It is not. Exactly.
Coach almost lit somebody up on one of the episodes before.
Yeah, ain't no Alcorn. Al.
Armani says, what's up from William Bryce Stadium, and what's up to you? Can we get the picks? Did he say that?
Yeah, Armani, you keep calling.
We get your picks? Can we get some picks?
Please, sir. Picks.
Thank you so much. Before kickoff. And Sister Brickers gave me the thumbs up about the tickets. If you want some tickets, shoot me a text, Sister Brickers. And Vincent Woodruff, that parishioner's trying to football Jesus. You stupid, man. Sister Brick is one of my good members. Ah, man, she's on fire for the Lord. For real, for real. Oh, my fault sending now. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Armani
Armani.
Newsom is down here in Columbia eating barbecue. That's why. No doubt, no doubt, and no doubt. Man, let's we got a few moments, man. We went through the first half pretty quickly. I guess that's what happens when you don't have Armani on the show. But
Oh.
nevertheless, I'm gonna go back to this fill in the blank that we dealt with. Notre Dame losing to Marshall, and we said what we had to say. Real quickly, man, what are y'all thoughts about the coach, as my mother shared uh, earlier in the show, about how the coach literally became Catholic this past week? I mean, that was very interesting, to say the least. Brother Marcus Freeman. So let's first talk about the loss. Then let's move into, was it necessary for Brother Freeman the week after he loses his game, major upset, he decides to go into Catholicism? Coach, you had some chicken noises, so we'll start with you first and we'll go to Red. What you got?
I mean, come on, coach. I mean, if you were serious about doing that, you would have been a Catholic already. That can't save your job. 2 words: Tyrone Willingham. You come out there and half perform with Notre Dame after that chump Bryce Kelly, about whatever Kelly's first name is, I forgot. Uh, and you don't perform and you don't get them to a major bowl. Hey, dog, they got short leashes around, and it's gonna be kind of tough. You're not gonna go 10-2. I can tell you that. Well, you may go 10-3 because you ain't beating USC with what you put out there against Marshall, partner. And your quarterback is hurt. I think he got hurt. Somebody got hurt, but hey, it's gonna be tough on him for the rest of the season. He had to go on about an 8-game winning streak, try to get back in the favor.
Ray, your thoughts?
I don't think he's gonna make it.
Expound more, man.
Uh,
Expound a little bit more.
I mean, it's like it's a bad start. I mean, people are already talking about him. I mean, look, when you black and you playing with a team like that, you got to know, dude, you got to have a great start. Now, me personally, I probably would have made sure I'm controlling every aspect of my team. So when stuff go wrong, I'm in somebody's face, because that little you golly gosh, good guy, I'm a respect. Look, dude better win. That's all I got to say. I'm not even gonna even get into the gist of it. The guy got to win. If he don't win, his black butt gonna be gone. That's the bottom line. I don't care what religion he trying to bring up. I don't care how many communities, community activist things he does around there. Win football games or your black, you know what is out of there. And that's all I say on that.
This black butt. All right. The VP said Coach went to see the chaplain after the game. This isn't going to work, bro. So I guess you'll convert to a Mormon to get the BYU job. Which
I mean, what exactly did he do after the game?
he converted to Catholicism. That's
why?
The religion of the Catholics.
I was saying, but why, dude? You ain't won no games. Win some football games.
Well, he's thinking. Remember, Notre Dame is a highly,
I know, religious school.
It may buy him some time.
It ain't buying your black butt not one bit of time, dude. Your black is gonna be out the door when your butt don't win. You understand? So I hope you know that, Mr. Marcus Freeman, and all this. Like I told you, your community work, your respectable attitude, he's a good man. All of that stuff ain't gonna matter at all. Win football games, or you gonna be back in Division II or at the HBCU. Period.
Yeah. I mean, I think that was a flawed move.
Yeah.
Brother Freeman to
If
just
anything, it making me think he kind of phony now. I wouldn't even begun to do that. I'm taking my butt back in my office. I'm getting with my coaching staff, and we're gonna figure this thing out. That's the message I'm sending. I ain't sending no other message other than I'm about to figure out how to win football games.
yeah, that kind of move makes him appear to be a bit stable. Because we know that's obviously the worst loss out of the 3 losses that he has taken as head coach of Notre Dame.
Sure.
He's 0-3 as the
I
head
ain't heard
coach.
about them since Randy Moss got drafted.
Yeah, he's 0-3, and now he decides to change his religion. So that lets me think that he's a bit unstable, and I think his stay at Notre Dame may be one and done. Because I think Coach was on point to say that he will not go undefeated the rest of the year, especially with that quarterback that they have, and we'll see what happens.
I don't think he's gonna beat USC.
I
This
know.
is I don't like how it's gonna turn out for the brother because it's just that it's so few black coaches in Division I college football. But I'm just keeping it real. I know how this gonna turn out in Notre Dame. So
Yeah.
in the world, the coach so tickled about.
Well, he's saying the kind of brothers got to understand we can't take any job. We don't have the patience from fans.
Lord, coach, did you want him to get fired? Because you
No.
gotta get your win.
The Irish is one thing. The bottom line, Freeman needs to retool and get his team refocused. Kevin said, what do you It always says.
Hey, Kevin, he gonna be 0-12. I told you that little religion move. He might well just start updating his resume now because switching your religion because you get beat by Marshall. Man.
Ridiculous.
I tell you, y'all wanted me to wake up. Well, I'm woke up now. Thank you for that little bit of piece of information. This N-word, no dang on switch his religion, thinking that's gonna save it. Oh my God. We're gonna talk. We'll talk more on this on my page later today, y'all. I can't believe what I'm hearing right here. I mean,
the VP shot it.
What do you say? Coach Free lost his backbone. The jellyfish said with that.
Very easy.
You ain't lying, bitch.
Hold on. The president comes back. My dad is. Actually, your dad got a better record. He's 0-0, while this guy's 0-3.
I know this the Rev and Red show, but boy, and Coach Freeman, man, you don't turn. I know we got Rev on the show, but talk about somebody bringing religion into sports. Coach Freeman, boy, you have gone overboard, dude. Yeah. Oh, hey, Rev, he sound like Rev bringing sports into his sermons but he trying to bring religion into his football program, thinking that's going. Lord, what is he gonna have next, Rev? Is he gonna have the choir come out and start singing songs at practice or something? I mean, are we gonna have altar prayer in the middle of practice now? I mean, you're gonna make sure the cameras are watching. He's gonna have all the players huddled up and Bible study or something doing. I mean, what exactly? How far are you gonna take this thing, Coach Freeman? I'll tell you where you're gonna take it, to the unemployment office. Like Kevin said, in about 7 weeks, you're gonna be 0-6. And like you said, what was that line you said, Kevin? Do they change your religion at 0-6? Maybe not, but they definitely change coaches.
Sister Lucas said he's gonna be atheist. Now, VP, what you said is hilarious, but you misspelled it. But I'm gonna go ahead on and say it. Coach Freeman gonna be deemed a leaper in week 5. He meant to say leper.
Vincent, where's the spelling bee, please? You gotta get on your president now.
VP, we gotta get you, brother.
Yeah,
leaper. He said a leaper. He gonna be dunking. The VP said he gonna be dunking by week 5.
That's twice for you, Vincent. You usually don't make mistakes like that, Vincent. That's twice for you in this season. This season just began, and you don't make your second mistake.
Somebody go get Freeman a basketball so he can start leaping and dunking.
Oh, this is terrible.
But what you wanted, right?
VP, I had to get you because you be getting us real good on this one, man. But yeah, I like that though. He's gonna be a leper. Then he said Coach Freeman's team stinks like Lazarus did for those many days. Come through, VP with the Bible lessons.
Oh boy.
Maurice thought said maybe Rev can sit. Oh my gosh. And then VP came back. Coach Freeman better hire Judas for special teams coach. He all in the Bible. The president, by this time, the season is over. Wheat Street. Oh man. Let's see what the VP said. Red Rose is awake now. Kevin Kelly said Scientology. He gonna turn he said Coach Freeman has a 49. That's a good comeback.
Oh.
What's up, Kelly Kell? And Coach Freeman wept.
He wept. Oh, Lord. Y'all killing me today.
Oh, man.
I can't take it.
That was some good stuff. That was impromptu.
I don't know how we decided to get on this Notre Dame coach. This was nowhere in it. None of my topics today. The Notre Dame coach.
Yeah.
He just made his way in there.
I'm for real. I had no idea we'd be talking about him.
All right, man. Let's do this real quick before we go to halftime.
I would have been a little more prepared.
Greg, get yourself ready. Prepare yourself. We're going to jump into this Braves report right now. If you don't mind, we'll do that before halftime. You ready?
Yeah, I guess it got to be now.
All right, get ready. Let me get my promo up. Let's get ready for this Braves report. Let's do it in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. What you got?
Okay, what's up, y'all? What I got this week? Well, it was up and down week for my Braves this week. Once again, we're on the West Coast, and I hate West Coast trips for my Braves. I swear, it seems like every time we go out there, we have a good start, but the finish is always kind of awkward, and to the point where I'm so ready for us to come home, and we back home, and I'm glad. But it was I think it was a 2-2 week. Yeah, that's right, because we lost 2 out of 3 to Seattle on the weekend. And lost 2 out of 3 to San Francisco. Had one of the worst losses of the season. I swear it was either Saturday night or Sunday night when the Braves came back after being down, came back to take the lead, and once again Kelly blows it again. Hopefully, I think Snit has finally seen the light, and he's done using Kelly, especially in 1-run games. Maybe he'll bring him out there again, and if we got a multiple run lead. But hopefully in 1-run games, Snit has finally seen the light. I sure hope so, Snit. But anyway, like I said, we lost 2 out of 3 to San Francisco going week. Kyle Wright did rebound from that awful loss he had last week. Came back and shut the Giants down to get his 18th major league lead and 18th win. So that's good for my boy Kyle. And like I say, the Braves back home. Got an important weekend series with the Phillies, and then another series with the Nationals that's going to prove probably vital to our division winning hopes. And we get Braves did their thing. They did what they usually do at home. They win baseball games. Their bats come alive. The pitching is solid. So like I say, Braves have got to keep it going. The Mets, they got to finish up the Pirates this weekend, but they got the Milwaukee starting off next week, and the Braves got the Nets. So I'm gonna expect the Braves to take advantage of that because Milwaukee is still fighting, the Mets, and the Milwaukee and Mets series probably is going to be very beneficial to the Braves as long as they win. So that's all I got for the Braves report this week. I'm ready to get back into some more football talk. But like I say, we went 2-2 this week. Still 1 game behind of the Mets with some very pivotal and vital games coming up at home. So we in the crunch time of the season, y'all. 18 and 19 games left after today. So we're going to do what we do and get ready to defend this World Series title. Coach, you got anything to add?
But now, I'm recovered now. Kyle Wright is
giggling.
Yeah, Kyle Wright is quietly 18-5 5. I didn't know that. 18
Yeah.
and 5. That's Cy Young talk right there. Quietly, I thought it was Max Fried, but Kyle Wright is doing the thing. And
Well,
one must
he
know,
probably won't get it because of the hiccups he had this year.
yeah,
I mean, that 8 run, that game he gave up 8 runs, that probably would have killed it.
everybody might well get ready because they said, and I saw on the schedule, no excuse for the Braves. The rest of the games are in the East.
Oh
You
yeah,
got the East teams coming up for the rest of the year, so this is your chance. You stay right there with the Mets. Then you got the Mets here in Atlanta for 3 games. So
I think that's gonna be huge. I think we really gonna send a statement in that series right there.
great tickets still available.
About Kyle Wright, his 18 wins are very deceiving. If you really look
Yeah,
at it, man, I mean, even the last 2 games, this dude didn't even pitch beyond 5 innings.
Yeah,
5.1 the last in the game.
very deceiving 18-game winner.
Yeah, I mean, I've
I
never
was shocked.
seen such a deceiving win total in all of my time watching baseball.
Yeah,
Because I'm even questioning if he should be one of the pitchers during the postseason. Because I don't know how he's benefiting us if he can only go 5 innings. Charlie Morton got the Kyle Wright bug his last outing, only went 6, couldn't get through 6. So I'm really concerned about the Braves pitching rotation after Max Fried. Max Fried stuff hasn't been dominant. You could tell he's learning how to pitch even when he doesn't have his best stuff, which is very promising. But we need him to get back to being Max Fried during the one that we saw during the postseason. We don't know what to expect from Spencer Strider. We know he's been lights out in the regular season. During the postseason, we don't know how he'll respond because this is his first time being in that situation. So I'm really concerned about the third pitcher, who that will be. I think Charlie Morton will probably step up. I would put Charlie Morton in that 3rd spot and then put Kyle Wright at the 4th spot if I had to do the rotation. But it is a pleasant surprise, not pleasant surprise, but a good thing to have Ozzie Albies back. He came back last night, which I thought was great to see. Got a double, brought in 2 runs. Now the question is, and we'll close our Braves report with this, what do the Braves do with Vaughn Grissom now? We know he was starting at second base for the past 2 to 3 weeks. And Albies stead, he solidified being the everyday person. Now Albies is back. There will be no platooning at second base. So we need his bat. But he has no room in the infield because you got Riley at third base, Swanson at shortstop, Albies at second base. What do we do with Vaughn Grissom? Red, will go back to you.
Well, it may not be no platooning at second base, but it's gonna be some platooning at that DH spot and maybe that left field position and Vaughn Grissom has been taking fly balls in the left field. So Snit, once again, you got a nice problem on your hands, Snit, but you're gonna have to figure it out. It's good to have nice problems, you know. And even who knows, Isaac may have a day or two where he may, just want to swing a couple of 4 times a day and sit on the bench, and then we can let Grissom, be the backup. Well, he's definitely the backup to Ozzie right now, and he's definitely a DH platooner and a left field platoon possibility.
Coach,
but don't worry, don't make no doubt about it. His bat not going nowhere. Now, I wouldn't be surprised. What'd you say, Real?
You think it'll be every day?
Well, like last night, he may have a game off like last night, but I won't be surprised if he's back in the lineup tonight. They may send Darno, may let Contreras catch today since he had 3 hits yesterday, keep him in the lineup, and they might let Grissom take the DH spot today.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great problem to have.
Yes, there's gonna be different lineups every day now, especially that we got our mostly full squad back now. So Snick gonna have to figure it out. Heredia, of course, you ain't getting into the 8th or the 9th inning to play defense.
One that's posing problems is Grossman because he's playing pretty good baseball.
Yeah, Grossman has came on lately. I like been getting some good hits. So
they put Acuna back in the field because Acuna was doing the DH. That put Contreras on the bench. Now that they got Acuna back out in the outfield, They got Contreras being the main DH when he's not catching for Darnard. So now it's pretty much that left field spot where you deal with Grossman, Grissom, and Rosario. And then, you could throw Ozuna into the picture.
He's emergency, okay? We got enough players. I mean, you might as well just keep his jacket on because you're going to need it, buddy. You probably going to be getting in the game unless it's just extreme need. And I still say Grissom and Contreras are platoon at the DH spot, too.
You mean Vaughn Grissom?
Yeah, Grissom.
Yeah, you called him Vincent. That's all.
Oh.
Coach, your thoughts about the Braves?
I don't know what Vincent. Oh, okay. Vincent, our VP. That's what Vincent. I don't know. For a minute, I was going to start thinking of some active Vincents. I'm like, what Vincent am I thinking of? I keep forgetting our VP name, Vincent.
All right, Alexis Hill says DH spot for Grissom. Coach, what do you want?
Why you coming around with these out of nowhere comments? You don't even say hello no more.
Grissom left field, Contreras DH, Iglesias closer.
So you saying Rosario just got to stay on the bench the rest of the season?
He'll be a great guy coming off the bench with a clutch hit in the late innings. Great.
Okay.
If anybody say Ozuna, I will personally ban you from any sports talk because Ozuna, they had a movie about him, the Iron Glove. We don't need him out there in the outfield. The only thing he can do is DH right now.
Well, you can say Eddie. You can say Eddie for the playoffs.
No, I'm talking about Rosario, yeah, but I'm talking about Ozuna. No need for him to be out there except for DH.
Oh, I forget he's on the team most of the time.
They need Ozuna, especially in the playoffs.
Not left field.
Ozuna in the playoffs. We won a ring without him in the playoffs last year. See, Alexis, that's why I don't like you coming out of nowhere with these comments. Go back to where you came from with these crazy comments. Then coach just say we don't need Ozuna, and then you talking about we're going to put him in the playoffs. Why? So you can get a DUI on the day before the World Series?
Uh-oh.
All right, gentlemen, real quickly, let me give Armani's pick since it is 12 o'clock so that he's on record before these games have officially started. Armani has gone with Oregon, Miami, Auburn, and Michigan State. Those are his picks for Auburn, Michigan State, Miami.
And really, man, I don't know why I went Miami, but Jimbo lost didn't Jimbo lose? Who did Jimbo lose to last week?
App State.
App State.
Right. Exactly. That's why I wanted to pick them. That's why it took so long, because I know it's an SEC school, and I know they're at home, but something. I just want you better show up for me today. I picked you, dog it. And if you don't show up, well, that'll give me a chance. That'll give me an opportunity to clown the U fans.
All right, gentlemen, it's halftime of the Red and Red Sports.
Halftime.
We have given you real sports talk. We gave you some college football. We jumped right in there. Also had the Braves report. So we got some more sports talk coming to you in just a moment. We got NFL coming your way, a little bit of basketball, and then we'll talk about who has the right to do what, when, where, and how. So we'll be right back after this short interview of the Red and Red Sports Show.
Yeah.
and Coach and Rev are back. Red stepped away. Here he is. We're all back on the Red and Red Sports Show. We're all queued up for our 5 for 5 coming up real quickly. Let's see what kind of talk we got going on. Maurice Thrower says, that's right, Armani, let's go Canes. I knew that would make Maurice Thrower happy. Hold on right quick, Red.
To you, sorry, Joker.
Whatever, Maurice.
All right, gentlemen, let's jump into our 5 for 5 portion of the Red and Rev Sports Show. This is where each individual will have 1 minute to talk, 45 seconds solo shot. Once it goes back to the group shot, that means they have 15 seconds left. If they go over their 1 minute, they will be muted, and it's all to the next person. And then after the two persons, that would be Red and Coach, after they give their comments, we'll see what Revenite Nation has to say, and then I'll come up to give any final comments on the particular topic. So let's get ready to get started. We got some basketball first, and then we'll jump in to some football. Hot topic, Robert Sarver, owner, Phoenix Suns, is in the news. Said some things he had no business saying. What you got, Coach? You're on the clock. Go with it.
Robert Sarver, bye-bye. Bye-bye. See you later. Don't come back, because one of your sponsors already said if you come back, they're gone. Phoenix, you don't need that. You don't need him. He got money. Bye, Robert Sarver. We'll see you later. Don't come back. Don't come back.
Could Red jump in there?
I thought this was gonna be one of our main topics earlier. Probably would have woke me up earlier, but I guess I can give a little quick one. Like I said, don't come back. We don't need you. Chris Paul, boy, you sure do know how to pick owners, boy. You pick Donald Sterling. Now you go over to Robert Sarver. Anyway, he is as good as gone. The board of directors, second in command, was right. Asked for his resignation, and he should give it, and y'all should be on his butt until he resigns and get him up out the door. Robert Sarver is bad for business, and Adam Silver should have known it. The NBA should have known it. I'm glad the Phoenix Suns board of directors know it. And you got to go, Robert Sarver. You just got to go. You can't disrespect women and use the racist language that you use and think that you're going to stick around. No, that is not the America we live in. It's not the sports America we live in. Maybe politics-wise, but definitely this is not the sports America we live in. You got to go now.
All right, and Maurice Thrower says, say sayonara to Sarver. All right.
I'm going to say sayonara to your Canes if y'all don't win tonight.
All right, so anything else y'all want to add? Revenite Nation, that's the only comment we have. Got a few more minutes on this. Anybody want to add anything else?
We're talking about Robert Sarver. Y'all better get these comments. This guy is a joke.
Said fire. Anybody else?
Right.
Any other comments?
Say goodbye. It's over.
Now watch, they'll start talking when we get to the next topic.
All right, well, you guys, y'all got any final words that you want to say on this topic?
Robert Sarver is a disgrace to American sports owners everywhere.
All right, we'll go with that final word from Red on that. On to the next topic. Michael Jordan's jersey sells for $10 million. What you got to say about that, Red? You're on the clock. Go.
Man, Michael Jordan's jersey, the one he wore for the 1998 final, sold for $10 million. Can you imagine how much King Kobe jersey would sell for? The one he wore in the 2010 Lakers championship, his fifth, when we beat Boston in 7 games. Oh my God, man, if I could just have that jersey, I just want to have it and wear it and just put it all over me and just be soaked in King Kobe love for life. But unfortunately, we have to sell it. And I sell it and hope I get $20 million. Because if Jordan jersey went for 10, you know, his boy jersey got to go for $20 million. And we don't even want to think about what LaQueen jersey going to go for. I'm talking about some food stamps, please.
All right, Coach, jump in there, Coach.
Okay. As Rev likes to tease me all the time, I'm a 57-year-old man. And the day I pay $10 million for another grown man jersey will be the day that I must be somewhere and somebody bought it for me. Ain't no way I'm paying $10 million for no man's jersey. I mean, y'all making Jordan rich beyond his dreams. Again, the tennis shoes cost $500. His jersey, $10 million. What's next? A cup of his sweat for $5 million? Come on, man, please. I ain't paying that much money. If I had it, I wouldn't pay that much money. Come on, man.
Oh, no, you can probably get them shoes for $5 million.
The president said Jordan sleeps with $10 million in his pillow. Maurice Thor says, "Red, stop it," referring to LeBron's jersey. Is probably worth $2 million as opposed.
Oh, okay. Well, that's smaller than what I.
And Vincent Woodruff said that's ridiculous. And I agree, man. Paying $10 million for somebody's jersey, that's just absolutely ridiculous. But if somebody got it like that, it's their prerogative how they want to spend their money, even though many of us think it's stupid. The VP jumps on and says, "Hold on, coach, I have a bottling company that's in charge."
Now, y'all know we didn't start that type of stuff. That's their thing. All this buying jerseys and want the memorabilia. You know, they want to and be enthralled in our athletes so much that they're going to pay $10 million for a jersey that he wore. Like I say, that's their thing, not our thing.
Oh, man. The president says my Wheat Street Youth Fellowship t-shirt.
I just don't see us brothers. We don't like wearing other folks' clothes, man. That's just something about us.
Maurice Thor says, however, that's a ridiculous price to pay for a jersey.
I would keep the jersey. If I had the jersey that Kobe wore, I wouldn't sell it. I would keep it. I would just frame it or something. What you gonna sell it for? What's the point of having it?
Yeah. All right, coach, it's on you. We're going back to the NFL right now. Here it is, the Brett Favre scandal. Tell us about it, Coach. You got it.
Oh yeah. By the way, Georgia up 7-0. No, I'm just playing. It ain't over here. Brett Favre. This is ridiculous. You got him, the wrestling family, DiBiase brothers in, and all them for a total of $63 million. They scamming welfare recipients or whatever to build a volleyball facility. Man, all of them should be in a maximum security prison. White collar criminals go to jail, and they should take the governor, Tate Reeves, or like I call him, Tater Tot Reeves, take him with them because he probably had something to do with it as well. It's just ridiculous. They take money like that and use it for something as simple as a volleyball facility. The $1 Million Man got money. Tell him to fund it.
All right, Red, jump in there. What you got?
Yeah, this is just very disheartening right here. I mean, listening to all these people who have money, who can afford to take their money. If you really want a volleyball facility, Brett Favre, you can build it yourself, dude. You don't need to siphon money from welfare funds meant for the less fortunate of Mississippi. What in the world is wrong with your butt, man? This is completely crazy. I have lost really all respect for Brett Favre, especially if this is really true, dude. And then you sitting here texting the governor or whatever politician you texting to make sure, is the media gonna find out about this? Dude, you know you're doing wrong. You're doing wrong. You don't have no scruples about it. I ain't got no scruples about you. Brett Favre, you got to go. Investigation. All of it can happen. I just want everybody to pay because they deserve to pay.
All right. And let's see. Disgusting, welfare thieving, drug addicted pervert.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. That's right, Vincent. Say it perfectly.
Brett Favre should be given the same treatment that Vic had to endure. You can't just sweep this on the rug. Very true. I agree. Vincent Woodruff says when you have to ask whether or not the media will find out about this, then you're in the wrong. Yep. Sister Brickett said just wrong. Kevin Kelly, we know how it goes when it's their own, for sure. For sure. And Vincent says, amen, facts to Maurice Thrower. Kelly says, just disgusting, especially in lieu of the recent water issues. That's very true. That's a great point. And I know that's very dear to Kelly, especially since the water issues are happening in Jackson, where she went to college at Jacksonville State. So I can understand.
Whoa, Red.
I'm sorry, Jackson State.
Oh, okay. Get it right.
My fault. Jackson.
They'll jump on you.
My bad.
I'm glad nobody said nothing about Dion had anything to do with this. They'll call his name for anything now.
Oh, they be putting big.
Dion ain't got nothing. Man, no, trust me, ain't nobody. People like Brett Favre had. Let me see what they had.
They should make Brett drink that Mississippi water.
Yeah, really. Yeah, seriously. Yeah, that's I'm for real. They messing. I just don't understand, dude. You got money and you siphoning welfare funds from boy Brett. Yeah, they need to make Brett answer for this. Interview, put the camera in his face, and we want to hear you talk, man. You talked about all that crap you talked about when you couldn't make up your mind about retiring all those years. Well, now I want the spotlight put on Brev when the tough questions come, and I want to see him answer for this.
No doubt. All right. And VP said that junkie eat pills and have been regurgitated, then he can drink that water, and Kelly's in his 8-man corner.
Seriously. I want to see if the media gonna stay on this story, because if this was one of us, if this was Michael Jordan or LeBron or any other black athlete, and they found out that they were siphoning government funds, they would stay on this story until these athletes came out and answered for themselves. Now let's see if any of these media folks are gonna stay on Brett Favre until he come out and answer for this. I'm talking about the Stephen A's. Well, we know Shannon Sharp is on them. But I want to see these other athletes, these other media personalities stay on Brett Favre until he come out and answer for this. Or are we just going to sweep it under the rug? We'll talk about it for a couple of days, and then we'll just sweep it under the rug because we got more football games to discuss. No, I want to talk about the football games, and I want Brett Favre to answer for what he done.
All right. Red has spoken. Any closing comments? Red, that part for sure. Sister Brickets is in your 8-man corner.
Yeah, because they would put the cameras there, man. I'm telling you, if this was LeBron James and they find out anything disheartening or under the table LeBron James do, they will hone his butt. They'd be all over him until he gave a press conference and answered for himself. And not only him, all black athletes, any black athletes that we hold up here high in the sky. Anything like this come out, they are going to be on these guys until they answer for it. So I want to see how many of these media personalities are going to be on Brett Favre until he answer for this. I don't want to hear nothing about his career. I don't want to hear nothing about his numbers. I don't want to hear nothing about Brett Favre until he answer for this particular situation right here. Other than that, I don't need to hear from Brett Favre ever again. Answer for this or shut the you-know-what up.
Red is obviously awake now, people. Y'all asked for it, and he got it. Now you got it. All right. Red is very passionate about that issue, and I agree with everything that's been said by our panelists as well as who said anything in Revenite Nation. All right. And VP said the silence.
I don't know where all that passion came from, y'all.
All right. That's my Red Rose.
Brett Favre is a nobody
in
sports right now. He's a nobody. That's why they're not making big name, because he's a nobody.
Sister Brickets said wide awake. All right. Here we go. Move to the next segment. Here we go. Here's the question. Has NFL football passed Belichick? Bye, Coach. You're on it. What you got?
Rev, I'm going to have to get you again. P-A-S-T or P-A-S-S-E-D?
Oh, you're right. You got me. Got it.
Well, we on a roll today.
Good job.
Yep.
Pass. Thank you. Go ahead.
2 words for Bill Belichick, whatever his name is. 3, no Tom Brady. Means no wins for you. Now, that was 6 words, but still, he ain't got Brady. He got nothing. Bye, Bill. It's about over. Retiring gracefully and going out. You can't do anything with Mac Jones. No.
Go ahead, Red.
Mac Jones? No, Mac Jones. Well, Coach is absolutely right. I mean, this Belichick renaissance started with the birth of Brady, and it's going to end with Brady not being there. We saw what happened last year without Brady. You had an okay run, made the playoffs and got beat. But now we're going to really see what Belichick all is about. And I think we are on the last chapter of Bill Belichick. I'm hearing Mac Jones is not playing like he played last year, we're gonna see if Mac Jones really was the best pick for you. But Miami got him last week. I'm not picking him to win this week. And Belichick start 0-2. That may be his first 0-2 start since he first got to New England. So yeah, I think we're in the last chapter of Bill Belichick's career. You did good, coach. You're going to the Hall of Fame, but Brady saved your bacon.
All right, no Patriots will. No, the Patriots still make the playoffs. That's what Alexis Hill says. So Mac Jones isn't the white savior. The VP said. The president said Red had an infused Snickers.
Here we go.
So, since Brady left, he's been a 500 coach, but he's still a wizard on defense. So now, with Brady's success with Tampa Bay winning the Super Bowl without Belichick, can it be said with Belichick being basically a 500 coach without Brady that most of his success was tied to Brady? Or are you still willing to say both of the success were tied to each other? That's the question.
Go ahead, coach.
I still say they kind of tied each other in direct because Belichick can coach now. I give him credit. Tom Brady can quarterback. The marriage looked good while it was there, but both are coming down to the climax of their careers, and now it's like, okay, I ain't got you, you ain't got me. Yeah, Brady won. Brady had a good team, though. So I say it's that both.
Coach says both. Murray said Red must have had one of those brownies during.
Not the brownies. Not the brownies. Oh, my God.
That's the Shelby special, ain't it?
I still ain't tried one of hers yet. I'm waiting on you.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
So, Red, real quickly, is it all about Brady, or was it all about Belichick and Brady when Brady was with the Patriots?
Now look, Belichick is a great defensive mind. He's always been one. He was one when he was helping Bill Parcells with his legacy. But we all know having that guy quarterback definitely makes coaches seem more esteemed or elite than they would be without the quarterback. So we all know Belichick had an elite quarterback for the majority of his career in New England. So we know Belichick was going to have some success. Brady is that guy. We know that. The man had 7 rings. So we didn't know that at first, but we know it now. And we know Belichick had that guy for at least 15 years. So having that guy at the quarterback position for 15 years is definitely going to help. Oh, let me tell you something. What you think, God, who's that coach we were dogging the other day? But anyway, just take a bad coach and get him Tom Brady. Like, what you think how Todd Bowles going to look this year? How did Todd Bowles look with the Jets? How's Todd Bowles going to look with Brady? How did Bruce Arians look with Brady? How does any coach look? How did Pete Carroll look before he had, well, no, that's a bad example because they don't even like each other no more. But the point is, having a quarterback, it definitely helps a coach out. Having that guy at the quarterback position definitely helps a coach out. So we know the Patriots' offensive side was taken care of. Then we know Brady is a genius on the defensive side. He obviously has a pretty good eye for picking talent because he picked some good talent throughout the years in New England. I'm not sure how. It seemed to be good because he also had Brady taking up for everything. So even if it was solid or mid-tier talent, having that guy at the quarterback is going to make up for anything that Belichick did in New England. So I'm saying I'm going to give it to Brady because without Brady, I'm not sure Belichick would have lasted in New England as long as he did. I'm not sure what his coaching legacy would have been. I know Tom's legacy, though. I know Brady's legacy, and I know Belichick had Brady.
How many coaches did Matt Ryan endure? He had to endure him because he wasn't the guy.
Exactly. Matt Ryan ain't the guy. We know he wasn't the guy because look how many coaches he got fired. Mike Smith, Dan Quinn. I mean, you don't have how many different coaches? How about this, Rev? How many different offensive coordinators did he get fired?
Exactly. Because he didn't make the offensive coordinator. The coordinator made him. That's why he had so many different coaches.
His one MVP season, his one Super Bowl appearance was with Kyle Shanahan controlling the puppet strings.
Hold up.
We got a Matt Ryan slurper in the house.
Breaking news.
Oh, Lord.
You know what the breaking news is?
I'm scared to ask.
Georgia scored.
I told you it won't take long. It won't take long.
What? Y'all scared who that was?
Blood on fire.
Duh.
Georgia up 7-0.
That's insane.
I thought we already scored. Was it 14-0?
Coach was just joking when we first started.
Oh, Coach, you were joking. I thought we had.
But I knew it was coming.
He was joking. Yeah. All right, gentlemen, we got one more topic. I had to throw that in there. Georgia's up 7-0 against South Carolina. We have to keep up with the number one team in the nation, as well as that team that holds the distinction of being the defending champions. All right, let's move on to the fifth topic, our last topic for 5 to 5, and 5 for 5 rather. And we got some injuries, and one of them is dealing with one of Coach's guys. Looking forward to what he has to say. Let's go. Key NFL injuries to Dak and T.J. Watts. We'll start with you, Red. What you got?
Well, the T.J. Watt injury is bad, but it's not going to affect the Steelers that much because they'll still be in the thick of things when he returns. If he returns, I'm not sure if he's going to have the surgery or just sit out the 6 or 7 weeks and hope it gets a little better. Dak injury could definitely affect the Cowboys because they sit here depending on Cooper Rush. I don't care how much confidence they got in no Cooper Rush. I'm telling you, man. Cowboys ain't gonna win anything with that guy at quarterback. And if they do, it will surprise me. And I know NFL teams can't wait to hone in on some Cooper Rush. But Dak wasn't doing no better when he was playing. So actually, to be honest, Red, I don't know if any injury gonna affect either one of these teams, to be honest with you. The Dak injury, I mean, the Cowboys weren't winning when Dak was playing back there anyway. And the TJ Watt injury is not going to stop the Steelers from winning games, okay? So, bad injuries for both players, but not awful injuries to either team.
Coach.
Well, you look at it, in case of the T.J. Watt injury, they got a young man, Malik Reed, who's going to be taking his place. Not even close to T.J. Watt, but he's serviceable. And then that Highsmith is going to step up. So, realistically, the Steelers with that week early schedule can go possibly 5-2 because they got some weak sisters coming up, but then they got Buffalo, who they're gonna need T.J. Watt, J.J. Watt, and every Watt to play that game. So that's
100 Watt.
And then they got the Buccaneers. That's gonna be a tough one. But before that, they got the Browns, the Jets, and the Patriots. You got some scrubs coming in there you could possibly beat. So Dak Prescott, that's your QB. That's my quarterback. So Cowboys already terrible. They're gonna be just as worse. I mean,
all right. Thank you, Maurice, for helping me drop the S. I thought it was always Watts. Nevertheless, Red Rose thought his warrants had to be reactivated.
Yeah, what?
All right, folks. 7-0 dogs. 7-0. UGA.
Well, I say, I'm glad y'all was saving the way.
Yeah. Somebody made this statement. Pittsburgh would need a 35-watt bulb to shine on those Bills. So let me ask you this, Coach. Do you think the addition to Coach Brian Flores to the Pittsburgh Steelers organization has helped the defense already? Because somebody who is a fan of Pittsburgh made that post last week as I was watching the game, looking on Facebook. They said that the addition of Brian Flores has already paid dividends.
I can tell you right now, if Mike Tomlin decides to retire, there's your next head coach right there in-house. Yeah, Flores has made him tougher. Flores
I agree. If you mess with Tomlin, you better put him in charge.
He's getting on him. Look at Bush the first game. Bush was sucking the preseason. Now he coming the first game. He all over the place. So Flores has put some dogs in him and made them work. So yeah, Flores has really helped.
Now, what position? What exactly does Flores do, Coach? What's his job?
Assistant defensive coordinator. Should be a defensive
coordinator.
Austin got the job before him, so
okay.
But Flores run that defense. I don't care what.
I'm about to say, assisting my butt. See, that's the Flores, man. And you're right, Flores. If Pittsburgh know what's good for them, if Tomlin go, move right on the floor. It wouldn't even be no interview needed. Just Keep the train going, but I don't see Tomlin leaving.
All right. Any other closing comments?
Yeah, Pittsburgh just lucky. You got Tomlin and Flores on the same team coaching. Falcons gonna get this coaching depth, man. God.
Well,
Well,
Pittsburgh.
go ahead. No,
Real.
you got it. Go ahead.
Pittsburgh got lucky because of the scheduling. This couldn't happen at this injury couldn't happen at a better time because of your soft schedule kind of, and then TJ Watt is not gonna rush back. So if you lose to the Bills, which is expected, and maybe the Buccaneers, he'll be back. He's not coming back anytime. He's not gonna rush back. They said 4 weeks. He'll be back about the 6 weeks, 7 week.
Let me just say this. I think the Steelers-Cincinnati game was definitely one of the best first game of the seasons I've ever seen, arguably one of the best regular season games. I will say Pittsburgh better pick it up on offense.
Oh, gosh. Oh, my Lord, Jesus.
Because the defense definitely made life difficult for Joe Burrow. And they really made Joe Burrow average for most of the game. Now, that Joe Burrow-Jamar Chase combination is going to be on for years to come. But the Steelers are going to be in trouble this year if they don't put some more offense in. I think we need to stop, Coach. I think you may agree. The Mitch Trubisky's experiment, it just needs to be short-lived.
Whoa. I would now, Rev, I kind of agree with you, but kind of don't, because Trubisky didn't turn the ball over.
He didn't have
any problems, but they got the offense coordinator, Canada, got to come up with better plays. You can't run a reverse on 3rd and 12. Come on now.
Do you think his offensive play calling is trying to mitigate the flaws of Trubisky's game?
It's some question marks on both sides, really and truly. Trubisky, he said it himself, and I'm glad he said it. He got to go more downfield. You got Pickens, you got Johnson, you got Claypool, you got all those weapons, and you ain't going but no pass longer than 20 yards. Come on now.
Is that indicative of your quarterback? Because I don't remember Trubisky throwing bombs when he played for the Bears. He surely didn't get off the bench playing for Buffalo. So let's remember who we're talking about. Yes, y'all got 5 receivers. I had George Pickens on both of my fantasy teams, and I cut him this past week because I realized Mitch Trubisky is his quarterback. So I think we got to understand Canada can only call based upon the quarterback that he's been given.
But with Kenny Pickett, I almost kind of think they're trying to do a wait and see thing, because they don't want to throw him into the fire like Fields did, Landry, and get annihilated out there and lose his confidence. I don't know. It's kind of a mixed bag. Everybody, we'll see. One game you don't want to make a change real quick. Now, Trubisky has a couple more bad games here. The call gonna be made.
Go ahead, Red.
I said, throw him into the fire. What's the worst that can happen, man? Look, 4 games, Real. 4 or 5 games, the Kenny Pickett era will begin. Especially if the offense, and what we saw on the offense is what we seen. I'm saying the defense. If Pittsburgh winning, but they like winning basically because they defense holding teams in, and they're not winning because the quarterback doing enough. We'll see Kenny. We'll see small hands Kenny Pickett real soon.
All right. Well, Red said after 4 games, we're gonna see.
I think, but they probably don't want to start him versus Buffalo and Tampa Bay. If they don't get him in before then, man, you don't want to start him at Buffalo though. You think they're gonna put him in Buffalo for his first game?
No, not at all.
Yeah, that's what I say. So they might get him in. They might get him in for week 4 because Buffalo week 5, right, Coach?
Yep.
All right. Well, we just slipped in the Steelers report. I'm gonna just play the promo. Coach, you've already given the report. Okay.
For real, that was
you know what it is. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. Yeah, you know what it is. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow.
All right, we just heard the Steelers report. We're going to go now to the Falcons report. Red, get ready. I believe there may be some good ranting in this report. Let's get ready.
That red, white, and that black. That red, white, and that black. That red, white, and that black. My team be winning check, no stats. That red, white, and that black. With the Falcons on the map. That A1, that game plan, so it ain't no looking back.
No looking back.
Boy, I tell you, one thing I won't be ranting on is that Falcons theme. Boy, Rev, you chose a good one right there. Even if I was asleep, that one right there would have woke me up. Would have took an hour and 30 into the show, but it would have woke me up. Oh, let's see. Well, I mean, I thought I used all my rants up with the Favre stuff, but I guess I'll try and find a little bit more passion to talk about my Falcons. Even though, I mean, the Falcons, most of these, they do what you expect them to do. Like somebody was saying earlier, they even got a term for it now. It's called falconing. I mean, so look, the Falcons just got to close games. That is the main issue. That was the main issue last week. The Falcons have got to learn how to close game. In the defense, you have got to learn consistency. Okay? Now, you can't be playing out of your mind, playing with so much aggression, bringing so much pressure and passion and just ferociousness to Jameis Winston in the first 3 quarters. And then the last quarter, you just take a chill up here. Just say, okay, we just going to sit back and relax in our little zone and just get a whole feel of Jameis, and we'll just stop him at the end. Absolutely not. That is not how it works, okay? Now, I ain't saying Krabby is the best quarterback out there, but he's skilled. He's solid enough to pick you apart if you allow him to. So, Dean Pease, I have absolutely no idea what you were doing in the fourth quarter last week. And don't give me that crap about we were not playing soft on defense. Yes, you were playing soft on defense, man. Don't come with that crap. Don't come talking about, well, if you know football. Yeah, we know football. We've been watching it in Atlanta for 40 plus years. I'm 42, and this defense been playing the same for 42 years. Except for maybe 2 or 3 when Dan Reeves was here. But for the majority of my lifetime, that is exactly how this defense been playing. So save it, Dean Pease. And as a matter of fact, just save it all, because I've been told folks it's time for you to go. And after that fourth quarter last week, after you call every aggressive call in your defensive playbook, and then when the fourth quarter time comes, you just sit back and relax because you think the game is in hand because we got the lead. The Falcons never have a secure lead, which means you play until it's 0 triple zeros on the clock. Sorry, I'm done with Dean Pease. I'm done with this sorry old defense. I ain't got no problem with Arthur Smith and our offense, but I got a problem with Mariota turning the ball over in 2 key situations, because as bad as this defense is, dude, we cannot have turnovers on offense. No, especially in the red zone. You took points off the board. Those 3 points could have been a difference in the game. And we lost by 1 or 2 points, so I'm pretty sure they were the difference in the game. Man, I'm talking about no grits blitz. Maurice, shut up and stay in Miami. I don't want to hear about no grits blitz. I wasn't even alive to see. Forget that. I said in my lifetime. That means 1980 on, okay? So anyway, it almost was a good start for my Falcons last week. But like I say, the defense and just inability to close games is what killed it. And I'm not falling for the delusion going into the Rams this week. If the Falcons win, fine, I'll take it. I'll be happy. But I ain't expecting it, okay? And I ain't choosing it. You got that, okay? I'm not believing in nothing until the Falcons show me. I got no faith in this defense. I have no problem with the offense, but we need defense make a few plays to close some of these games. And we can't have any freaking turnovers. Not by Mariota. Well, definitely not by Mariota. You want to turn the ball over, put the rookie in there. At least if the rookie making mistakes like that, I can live with it. But Mariota, who's supposed to be our veteran presence at the quarterback position, how you making crucial turnovers in the red zone in key moments of the game? Absolutely not. I am not putting up with turnovers from Marcus, okay? You want to turn the ball over? You better put that rookie in there so we can live with some of these rookie mistakes. But other than that, it was a bad start for the Falcons this week. And if you lose to the Rams, it's going to be another bad week. I'm not falling for the okie doke. I'm not selling dreams to Falcon fans this year. That loss was bad. Nothing good to take from it. So I'll see how they play this week, but I'm not. Forget all this rebuilding stuff. I expect to win games. And when we don't win games, I am going to let Falcons Nation know it. You going to feel it because I am sick and tired of y'all poo-pooing these losses, coming up with excuse after excuse after excuse. Ain't no excuses, okay? I don't want to hear nothing about rebuilding. I don't want to hear about nothing. Oh, well, we looking good. Things are getting better. No. Win or else. Done.
All right. Red is done, and we see his passion once again for the Atlanta Falcons, and the Falcons definitely Falcon one more time. I'm up here looking at the game from afar. They had the game in the bag, and then
in the bag
and lose it. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Breaking news.
Oh my God.
Georgia scores again.
Now, Rail, do you think they're going? Do you think that Curry Smart is going to have to answer the
That's
charge?
right, Rail. Okay, Coach. There you go.
Rev, is Curry Smart going to have to answer the charges for animal abuse?
Yeah. The Gamecocks, they may be extinct by the end of this game.
What?
No, it's 14. If you saying,
I thought something happened in the game, like they were
something is
abused.
happening. Georgia gonna kill South Carolina. Armani, do you have an update?
What I felt about my Eagles was not impressed, but we did get the W. They almost coughed up a big lead against the Lions, only wound up 3. The whole Falcons identity is suspect. What are they? Kirby beating chickens. We will go.
Hey, Real, what you think gonna happen when we play USC?
You talking about Georgia?
You think it's gonna be easy? It ain't gonna be as easy as you think, partner.
Look, Coach got his chest puffed up. Look at it. Coach been silent for 3 years, and now he got his chest puffed up.
Yeah.
Biletnikoff Award winner out there. All Americans.
I'm gonna say this. USC has gotten a lot better. I give you credit. We won't be playing snaps anytime soon for your team like we have been in the past 3 years. But
yeah, Coach. Well, you ready for it. I just want to see what he was gonna say. Lincoln Riley.
But let the record show. Lincoln Riley does not do well. His team don't do well against top SEC teams.
Yeah, that's why we pump my chest though.
Let the record show now.
I do know that USC is one of the few teams in the country, one of the few teams with a winning record against the SEC.
Not against, but when we talk about the higher echelon.
Now I'm talking about
USC. Okay, remember how you used to get on Georgia, and you used to get on that long-term championship. You can't do that to them this year, right? Because that was your calling card to shut Georgia fans. What have you done for Leighton? What have you done for me lately? What has USC done for us lately in the playoffs?
I'm sorry.
All right, let's move on.
I want to hear Coach ask that question. Come on, Coach, ask us. What have we done lately?
Vince Young got a cane now. That's the last time USC was relevant.
Oh, don't you ever mention that name again. Vince Young.
Last time they were relevant.
Don't you ever talk about Vince Young again.
You mean Reggie Bush and his Heisman?
I'm laughing. I'm laughing because I saw Raphael Warnock running around the track wrong. I'm sorry. Looking at that.
Well, he's got the SC game, Georgia SC game.
No, they were just showing his commercial. I'm sorry. I just happened to glance up.
You can tell he's not in the sports. You can tell he's not in the sports.
Oh my God, you ain't lying right there. I wish he stopped talking about sports.
All right, gentlemen, man, it's time to make some NFL picks so we can go ahead and watch this massacre that's taking place now in Columbia. NFL picks before
against Vincent team, everybody. That's why the VPA said that right now, y'all, because that's his team that's going to get massacred.
So
Tell everybody, Vincent, that you a South Carolina fan. Don't get quiet now.
He goes to South Carolina over Clemson.
No, yeah, that's his team. He's from South Carolina.
He said nothing.
He on the road with Clemson. See, they got a Rev. Nothing to say. Clemson is not Vince's team, Rev Night Nation. So if he's trying to sell that to y'all, don't believe it. He is a gamecock.
He said it.
Vince, there's a movie out about this game. There's a movie, old movie. There will be blood. That's all.
I knew it was gonna be something. I was just waiting to see what goes.
I'm sorry.
All right, gentlemen. Let's press on. Let's go to our standings after last week. This was our first week.
I'm afraid to watch.
Coach is doing this thing again. Red 7-7-1. Rev 7-7-1. Coach 9-5-1. Armani 8-6-1. Coach is doing exceptionally well while COVID is still in the atmosphere.
I don't understand why everybody's playing.
Ever since people started wearing masks, Coach has just been the guru.
I know that pandemic. I remember he had 0 championships before the pandemic.
Yeah, Coach is just wilder than a COVID culture. I tell you, the COVID culture has just resurrected Coach's picking game. I tell you. All right, Coach. We see it takes sickness in order for you to do well. I got
you. Coach taking advantage for the sick and shut in, man.
Oh my goodness, boy.
Look what Ben said.
What he said, Rev blaming his football picks on Dr. Fauci.
What? Everybody blame him for some.
All right, Sister Dana Brick is showing you some love. Let's get ready to pick some games, brothers. We got 15 to pick. Armani hopefully will send his picks before we post them on tomorrow. And just as a reminder, as I said on post, make sure, gentlemen, when you send your picks, it's in regular font, no capital letters. All right, here we go.
I got the real. My bad.
Let's do it, man. Let's get some music behind these picks. Let's do it this way. We got 15 games to choose from. Oh, look, you ready to pick them. Oh, son. Here we go. Let's do it.
Go over just a little bit more, real.
Gotcha. We got the first game. Jets versus the Browns. Yeah. Let's go. Who we got?
Coach.
Oh, Browns. Man, please. Jets. Yeah. We're getting my receipts ready. Yeah, Jets. Gonna lose. Browns.
I was gonna say the same thing. Browns. I don't know what receipt Robert Salah gonna be talking about after this game, but it ain't gonna be no winning receipt. Browns.
All right, I'm making it unanimous. Browns all the way. There's yelling when these things are good. Cleveland. All right. On to the next game. Red, you up? The Commanders versus the Lions. Who you got?
I'm gonna take the Lions at home in this one. I don't know why. I mean, Jared Goff versus Carson Wentz really ain't no big difference, but except for one at home and one not. I'm gonna take Jared Goff to try to attempt to get the home fan base on his side in week 2. Because if not, it's gonna be a long season. So Lions at home, hopefully get this win.
I'm gonna join you with that pick. I'm going with Lions as well. I think the Lions coming off that momentum that they had in the fourth quarter against the Eagles will roll over into the next game. So I'm going with the Lions. Coach, who you got?
Man, I don't know if I ever picked the Cobra Commanders. Ain't no telling. Lions.
All right.
3 Lions?
Unanimous. Panthers versus Giants. I like what I saw from the Giants. They showed some guts in Nashville last week. I forgot they did get the offensive coordinator from Buffalo, and he has some guts to go with the two-point conversion to win the game. I'm going with the G-Men to beat the Panthers in MetLife Stadium. Who you got, Coach?
The Giants, and like you said, somewhere along the line, some guts came out of the Giants. They pulled the upset, so Giants.
Red, you making it unanimous?
Making it unanimous. Brian Daboll definitely put some life into that team last week. The way he went over there and got up in Daniel Jones' face after that turnover. Like, look, we're not accepting this year, man. I want solid, consistent play. And that defense, and them guts to go for it at the end. I like that. Brian Daboll is changing things in New York. Giants.
All right. Let's go to the next game. Coach, on you. Colts versus Jaguars. Who you got, Coach?
I would say it's a tough one to call, but I still don't trust the Jaguars just yet. I'm going to go with the Colts.
All right. I think we're going to get some division right here. Who you got, Red?
you still don't trust the Jaguars. Man, I don't trust the Colts. And I still don't trust the Colts. And I ain't trusting them. Jags at home over the Colts who couldn't even win against the Texans last week. Jags.
All right, I picked the Jags last week and they let me down. So I'm going to go with the Colts this week. And I'm going to choose the Colts to take care of business against the Jags. The Jags got another year before they can really make some noise. All right, Red, next game is on you, brother. Dolphins versus Ravens. Who you got?
When I saw this game, I knew I would be picked first to choose this game. This is a tough one. This is one of the good ones this week. But you know what? I'm gonna go Dolphins this week because the Ravens had a trouble with them the last time they played them, and the Ravens had more weapons than they had this time. I'm gonna go Dolphins. I like the way the Dolphins played last week, and I think they'll be ready for the Baltimore, even in Baltimore this week.
I'm gonna go with the VP on this one. I'm going with the Ravens at home. I think the Dolphins will be slowed down by the Baltimore Ravens defense. So I think the Ravens defense will propel them to victory, and the offense will just do enough to help the defense. Coach, who you got?
Ravens.
Tell us who you got, Coach.
Ravens.
And why?
In Tua we trust. I don't trust him. I got to go with the lesser two evils. Ravens. I'm picking them. I can't believe this, but I'm picking them.
On to the next game. It's on me. Seahawks 49ers, the 12th man, actually helped the Seahawks in a big way against the Broncos as they did not give a warm welcome to Russ. But I think even as bad as Trey Lance was last week, he played in rain. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt with much better weather to beat the 49ers. To beat the Seahawks in San Fran. So I'm going with the 49ers. Coach, who you got?
Can any of the 12 men come on the field and play?
No, sir.
49ers. They got lucky last time against the Broncos. The 49ers are going to make a comeback.
All right. They were saying, speak up, Coach, on that last bit. All right, who you got, Red?
Geno Smith said last week he ain't writing his naysayers back. I don't think he writing them back this week. I'm still naysaying about Trey Lance. He still ain't showed me nothing. Didn't show me nothing against Chicago in the rain. And I don't know what he gonna show me at home. Not when he got his backup guy sitting right behind him ready to take his job. No, I'm gonna stick with Geno and Pete Carroll to keep their little train running. I'm gonna see where this team goes. See if it's really talking about something. I'll find out this week in San Francisco, Seattle.
Red boy, I think Longhorns is calling you in 2023 already.
Hey, that'll be 2 meals I can pay for y'all.
The coach is on you, Bengals versus Cowboys.
If anybody picked Cowboys, you are a true Cowboys fan. You got a mad Bengals team coming out fully healthy against the Cowboys second night. Jamar Chase might catch 200 yards passing.
Red.
Anybody pick the Cowboys, you're a true delusional fan. That's true. Cowboys ain't winning this game. No way, no how. They in Jerry World too this week, right? Good. Because Joe Burrow and Chase and all those weapons, they finna have a coming out party in Jerry World. Woo, they gonna be having fun. Them Bengals gonna be having fun in Jerry World. Everybody except the Cowboys gonna be having fun this week. Cincinnati.
All right, and I'm going with Cincinnati as well to destroy the Cowboys. And I'm glad when we did the Cowboys segment that you made a good point, Red, that the Cowboys look like trash with that, and they're going to look like trash without that. So ain't much going to change. All right? So, yeah, Cincinnati all the way around. Red, it's on you, brother. Texas versus the Broncos. Who you got?
Well, now, Russ, Sierra, whatever I want to call you this week, you can't beat the Texans now. Boy, if you think we were getting on you last week, boy, just wait if you lose this week. And Nathaniel Hackett, boy, if you lose to the Texans, you lose to Seattle and the Texans start your career in Denver, I think John Elway going to be having a call with you this week. But anyway, I don't think it's going to happen. I think everything will get back to normal this week. Denver will beat the Texans.
I'm going with the Broncos. I'm hoping Russ will finally cook something.
So sick of hearing that turn.
This coming week, so I'm going with the Broncos to beat the Texans.
I thought it was Sierra's job to cook.
Who you got, Cole?
Red, put Vincent's comment up there again about Diggs. This gonna be the spelling bee show today. We will proper or prepare. What you got, Vince? Proper
Coach on his game today.
Or prepare. Maybe.
I hope he's not trying to spell prepare, because boy, we really gonna clown you if that's what you're trying to spell.
I'm going with the Broncos. Texans are not gonna last that long. They're not gonna be good forever. So Broncos.
All right. Coach is on you, Cardinals versus Raiders.
And Raiders. The Raiders gonna win. Kyle Murray still don't have DeAndre Hopkins. So, Raiders.
Where? Who you got?
I'm with the Raiders. I know Derek Carr had a bad game last week, but he'll be ready for this week for Arizona. I don't know what Cliff Kingsbury and Kyler Murray are doing over there. I don't know what's going to happen with that relationship, but until they get D-Hop back, they ain't got a chance, no way. I'm the Raiders.
Let's make it unanimous. I'm rolling with the Raiders for the reasons that y'all mentioned. On to the next game, Red. Who you got?
Yes, sir. Oh, Bears and Packers. Green Bay. I know I picked against them last week, but they coming home this week. They'll be ready. Chicago, good win last week. But you're going up against a guy who claims to own you, and he's at home, so he usually does own you at home. If it was in Chicago, I might be tempted to take Chicago, but in Green Bay, coming off a loss, no way Aaron Rodgers loses this game.
I'm going with the Packers as well. They'll defend home field advantage against the Bears, and Aaron Rodgers will look a little bit better, and hopefully those receivers will look better as well. Coach, who you got?
No rain, no Bears. Packers win. Packers win.
Look who's coming in. What's up, Brother Case? Controversial. Jerome Case.
Reverend Case.
He is
almost
Mr.
2 hours late.
Himself.
All right. Here we go. On to the next one. Here we go. I'm going with the Bills. The Bills sure looked good last week against the Los Angeles Rams. I made the mistake in one of my fantasy leagues, not trusting their defense to do what they did against the Rams, and that cost me a fantasy win in another league. I won't make the same mistake. The Bills' defense is for real. I'm going with the Bills. Who you got, Coach?
Dana, you let Aaron Rodgers rub you, and he didn't rub you right? What? That's controversy right there. I got concerned.
Look at you, Coach.
Bills are the toughest team around right now, so I got to go with the Bills.
All right, Red, you making it unanimous?
Definitely making it unanimous. Titans, you couldn't even beat the Giants last week. So I ain't taking you against the Bills. Get out of here.
All right, on to the next one. Vikings versus Eagles. I'm sure Sister Dana Brickus is looking forward to seeing who we will pick in this game. Red, who you got? Vikings versus Eagles.
I took you last week, Miss Dana, and I took y'all to win division, but I like the Vikings a little bit more in this game. You guys only won by 3 against the Lions last week. You almost got upset last week against the Lions. And the Vikings, they are going to be coming to play. That defense and Justin Jefferson and Cook and even Kirk, he might be my second cousin this year. He might not be my cricket cousins no more. I'm just telling you, the Vikings are a team to watch out for this year, everybody. And I'm taking them this week. I like the Eagles, Miss Dana, but I'm taking the Vikings this week over your boys.
I'm going to go with the Eagles. I'm going to fly Eagles high. I'm in the area. I'm preaching to the folks tomorrow. So I'm going to encourage them. The Eagles' defense is decent. I think Kirk Cousins might choke in Philadelphia. The crowd might have some type of bearing on this game. So I'm going to go with the Eagles to beat the Vikings.
And that was definitely a home pick right there. Not only was it a home pick, that was a congregation pick right there.
Go ahead, Coach. Who you got?
If the Vikings have some guns, they may shoot down the Eagles, but they ain't got nothing but spears. I'm going with the Eagles.
Okay. So we got 2 Eagles and 1 Viking. Kirk Cousins, I like. I hope for, let me see, that green birthday cake is had
Effect or effect? It should be EFF, Maurice.
Well, you guys, grammar and spelling is off today.
He's right on that one.
Okay, I give him that.
Yeah, that's an effect. I think he's right on that one. He's an Eagles fan, but don't believe that. You see, I try to confuse your team, and then you want to start making fake statements, Sister Brickett. Stop it now. Stop it. All right. Blink twice if you're under duress.
Not to blink twice.
That's funny. All right. I think it's 3 more games. 3 more. Buccaneers versus Saints. Red, who you got?
Oh, you know I'm not picking.
No. It's on me.
Oh, okay.
It's on me. I'm going to go with the Buccaneers. To go into New Orleans. New Orleans should not have beaten the Falcons, but they were able to overcome the Falcons doing what they do, falconing. So I'm going to go with the Buccaneers. Tom Brady wins second game of the season. Coach, who you got?
Bucks. That talk about the Saints got the Bucks number. That probably will be. That probably will be. Oh my God. Bucks. Get your music, Rev.
I know it. It's coming. Go ahead.
Rev, on me?
Do you wear Eagles jersey?
Not the Eagles jersey.
That's crazy. Red, who you got?
Buccaneers all day. Saints should have lost last week. They should be 0-2 after this week, but they'll be 1-1, and that's as good as it's gonna get, I guess.
All right.
Rock Bowers.
I'm trying to wait till the extra point is made before we break the news. We'll push the pause button real quickly because we got breaking news coming. Before we go to the last 2 games, here we go. Let me cue up the breaking news. Let's do it. Update. Georgia Bulldogs 21-0 over the South Carolina Gamecocks. Let's do it.
What? They... did.
For Armani, we need to define the word upset. Armani has an upset stomach.
I tell you, Armani, if this the way my UGA gonna play every time you go to the game, we need you at all the games.
We
But
don't need you.
I never thought you'd be my lucky charm at UGA games.
Yeah, no doubt about it. All right, gentlemen, hold tight, man. I got to do one quick thing. My computer's about to go to sleep because I didn't have my charger on it. So let me get a quick second, real quickly. Coach, I want you just to wax poetically a little bit before we pick the game. Give us the things that we need to look for between the Patriots and the Steelers.
Can the Steelers get that same pressure that they got on Joe Burrow that they got on Mac Jones that they got on Joe Burrow? Because Joe Burrow got sacked 7 times. And if the Steelers can get that pressure on Mac Jones, the Steelers going to win easily. And another thing, can the Steelers offense actually score some points? They only scored 7 with Najee Harris to caught a pass from Mitch Trubisky. So Steelers got to put some points on the board. That offense is what's the word? I'm trying to think of a good word. Inept, slow. I don't know what you want to call it, but that offense. That's another word. They got to put points on the board. If they can find a way to get the offense right, because the defense is going to beat them. If they get the offense right, the Patriots don't stand a chance. They're going to get hurt real bad, and it's going to get ugly. So Steelers, you got to get your offense right. Najee Harris got to be able to run the ball. And for those who talked about the Steelers offensive line, what? Maurice, I will bet you $1,000 right now, and I ain't even got 1,000. You must be crazy.
You see that Rev run some outing oil on that power button.
Lord. What makes you think that the Patriots are going to win, Maurice? Please tell me. Tell me how to. Don't talk about. And Tom Brady ain't there. Tell us why the Patriots are going to win. I want to see this. This is going to be classic right here. I'm working on the rare. Poor game. Yeah, the game might get beat by 50.
Bobby Boucher just scored.
Mama said I can score points.
All right, here we go, man. Let's go back into picking these games real quickly. We got 2 games. Red, I'm going to give you the same courtesy for your Falcons. Tell us what to look for in that Falcons game when we go to the next game. Let me crank up some more music as we start this pick, and we're going to just basically ask Coach, tell us why the Steelers going to win.
Defense. They, like I just said, if they put that pressure on Mac Jones, it's over. They have Ramondre Stevenson, the running back for the Patriots, going to have a rough game. If he can't get that make him one-dimensional, if he can't run the ball, his foot is okay. He's 100% in practice the other day. So if they can't get their running game going, they have to throw, they're in trouble.
Red, who you got?
Steelers are going to win this game. I told you. Bill Belichick is in the last phase of his coaching career. The Patriots are not, I don't consider them one of the elite teams. I think they're right to get beat, and I think Pittsburgh going to take advantage of all their flaws, and the Patriots don't have enough talent to take advantage of Pittsburgh's flaws. This is not Brady's Patriots. This is not the old Belichick Patriots full of Hall of Fame defensive players on every level. No. Last phase, last chapter, Steelers win.
And I'm making it unanimous Steelers beat the New England Patriots. And beat them badly. I think they'll win about 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
All right, Brett. Give us some commentary what we got to look for in Falcons versus Rams.
Oh, boy. I know y'all just love to thank the Falcons. I have enough commentary like the coach have on his Steelers. I just don't, because the Falcons is just not we don't really know what the Falcons are right now. Coach does. I don't. Okay. My team didn't make the playoffs last year. My team is up in the air this year. We had a win pretty much locked up last week. I mean, so I know my offense can put up points. That's one thing I know about my team. My offense can put up points. We can run the ball now. Our running game is improved dramatically. I mean, we had over 200 yards on the ground last week versus the Saints. The Saints, who people are thinking so good, gave up 200 yards rushing last week. Patterson was just beasting all over them. But we're playing the Rams this week, the Super Bowl champs, who got embarrassed last week at home versus the Bills. You think they're not going to come out ready to make a statement? And it really don't matter if it's the Falcons or any team. The Rams will be ready to make a statement this week. Now, the fact that it is my Falcons, Lord, I bet the Rams will just, woo. Boy, I'm telling you, got the knife and a fork sitting at the dinner table, powdered on the table. They can't wait to eat this week. But that being said, would I be surprised if my Falcons hang in the game with the Rams? No, because I told you, my Falcons can put up points. My Falcons can run the ball. You can run the ball. You can score. You can hang around with any team. But what is the definitive thing that always keeps my Falcons from holding up that victory trophy at the end of the game? It's our defense. Now, the Falcons can come out and hold the Rams in check for 3 quarters. You still don't think I still think Matthew Stafford is capable of coming out and having a 4th quarter for the ages. It could be 20-0. Falcons over Rams going into the 4th quarter. And I still don't think that victory is secure. Rams can go 2 touchdowns on us and make it 20-14 before my eyes blink. It'll be 7 minutes left in the game. Falcons will only be up by 6. And guess what? It'll be deja vu all over again. So look, the Falcons are capable of beating the Rams because they can score and they can run the ball. Can't stop nobody. But will they beat the Rams? No, because the Rams are going to come out and they're going to make up for last week. They're going to take advantage of all the flaws the Falcons have on defense. And I'm just sorry. Sorry to these delusion Falcon fans selling themselves dreams, okay? Until the Falcons beat the Rams, I won't choose them, okay? I don't believe it. I need to see it. So no, I'm not taking the Falcons this week. I'm taking the Rams. I love the Falcons, but I'm trying to do what I didn't do last year and make objective picks. So my pick for the week is Rams.
All right, ready to pick the Rams. I'm going with the Rams as well. I think the Rams will bounce back after that terrible loss against Buffalo. Coach, who you got?
If the Rams had lost, I would have given the Falcons a chance because Cordero Patterson is a grown man. That boy is running. For him to not be a running back, but not that being said, Mariota's going to be running for his life. It's going to be the Rams.
All right.
And the Rams start 0-2 and let the Falcons beat them. Boy, oh boy.
No doubt about it. All right, so we'll have those picks posted. Feel free to post your picks. With our picks, we'll have them posted before the game time on tomorrow. I'm confident that the young ho will.
Well, let me tell you this now. Thomas. If it come down to the young ho, yeah, we might have a chance. I'm saying if it come down to the Falcons got to get in field goal range to make a kick. We might be able to do that. So I'm saying, like, the Rams let us hang around because I'm saying I'm confident in the Falcons offense. It's just the defense I'm worried about.
All right, and Red, your VP came at you a little bit when you took your hat off. He said Red Rose looks like a matchstick.
See,
hey, I'm gonna light it up. All right, lighten us up, Vince. Woo!
Hey,
where that fire at?
Rev, you should be doing another breaking news right now.
Why?
Because people are leaving Bright Stadium.
Yeah. It's about the They were really excited at the beginning, had the little white flags everywhere, and reality has finally set in.
Oh, you mean all those folks I just saw walking to the tunnel? They leaving the game?
Yeah, they
leaving. I just playing. They might be, though.
They might be.
Hey, Rev, it was one person that they didn't zoom in on. She was waving her towel like this. Just to get into it, I guess. She was like, oh, well, hey, whatever.
Vince said he already home. Hey, Vince, you left the stadium that quick and made it back home. Did you see Armani out there? Yeah. Armani, you ought to go hang out with Vince this week since you in town.
Rev, please don't put up what Vince said before that. Please don't put it up.
What did he say? Talking about
He made a bet with the kicker.
That's funny. All right, let's get ready to conclude this show, gentlemen. Who has the right to do what, when, where, and how? Who wants at it first?
Shelby, you have the right to stop going to other places and talking about UGA football and get back here with your real boys to talk about UGA football. Where is Sports Bay? We miss her, we need her, and you have the right to show up soon. Sports Bay.
All right, Coach, who has the right to do what, when, where, and how?
USC, you have a right to justify your number 7 ranking and possibly move up just in case somebody gets upset and continue to play ball. Caleb and Jordan, y'all look like nice, kind of like Rice and Montana right now. So keep it going.
Don't worry, Coach. When they change the rules and make it 12 teams, you won't have to worry about USC making it at all. They'll be there every year to get beat by my Bulldogs.
No, we're going to get in there this year. We coming.
All right. Matt Ryan.
Uh-oh.
You have
Get on the rail.
You have the right not to choke the Jacksonville Jaguars, so you can help me with my pick'ems on the Red and Rev Sports Show, since I picked the Colts to beat the Jags. So you have the right to show up and not choke in Jacksonville.
Chokey.
Now, if they struggle this week, I can't wait to hear what folks say. I mean, even if they win the game, if they struggle this week versus the Jags, let's just say I think we'll be vindicated real soon.
For sure. We definitely.
Because they should have easily beat the Texans last week. Now let it come down to a field goal this week against the Jags. What? You best believe Redrick will have some solid post on his page.
I know you will. And I know you're ready to have him too.
All right, Rev. I already got it written out.
The president says the show has a right for sponsorship from Merriam-Webster. And the president said, Albert Pujols, you have a right to go on top, get that 700.
Oh, he getting it.
With no drugs.
No doubt about it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been
getting that.
Thank y'all so much. VP is slamming down the gavel to end another fire session of the Red and Rev Sports Show. This show was brought to you. Right to you by Merriam-Webster. Thank you all so much for hanging out with the boys, Rev and the coach. My Rick dog that just put up off to the blindfold pipes and steering. Boots in the My Eagles have the right to tighten up that defense so I don't need bail money. Yeah, and listen, never mind.
Yeah. You should have beat Detroit by more than 3 points.
We look forward to having y'all next week, same time, 11 a.m. We'll have episode, was it 249 for the Red and Rev Sports Show next week.
I have my drinks before the show so I can have a little energy.
Thank y'all so much for hanging out with the boys. Peace and love, everybody. Have a great weekend.
Hey.